Welcome to Psychic Bent. My name is Carrie.
And I'm Kim. We are two sisters wanting to help other psychics learn and grow in their abilities and to help educate about spirits, angels, and everything psychic.
Welcome back, listeners, to Psychic Bent. Today we are very excited to discuss our new topic, which will be the Archangels. We mentioned them in last week's episode where we were discussing the hierarchy of the angels, and we felt it necessary to actually discuss the archangels themselves. During my research, I found that there were so many, and we are not going to be covering all the ones that are out there because there's probably an infinite number of archangels out there, but we are going to discuss ones that are very popular and ones that we found to be very interesting. Carrie, which one would you like us to start with this time?
Well, I would like to start with Archangel Michael.
Well, that's funny because I just scrolled to Archangel Michael, so I guess that's where we go.
That's where we go. Now, Archangel Michael is the leader of the angels. He's God's protector and the supreme archangel. With his mighty sword, he keeps his enemies at bay while looking out for the word of God, or the divine. If we have concerns of our safety, the great Archangel Michael will take care of them for us. He teaches us that it's okay to stand up for what is right and walk alongside your path. He is usually depicted with a flaming sword that he uses to slay evil and cut the etheric cords. His image is one of the most requested of archangels for tattoos. Didn't know if you knew that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I told you my version of him has a motorcycle jacket on, and that might be my infatuation with Harleys, but so he's the most requested tattoo, and he's the most popular when it comes to archangel statues.
Interesting.
Do you have anything to add to that?
Sure, yeah. I didn't know if you had more, so I was waiting.
No.
Okay, I found that he is called the angel of the military and mercy, and that his angel color is blue, and that's when you see flashes of blue or blue light, especially in your peripheral. You are in the presence of Michael at that time. He is also known as, of course, the Great Protector and a light worker.
Yay, light workers, yay. Go
yeah.
team. Go team.
He is a great healer and can make all things right with the body, mind, and soul. He has helped people overcome physical ailments as well as depression and heartbreak.
That's interesting because I know Raphael is a healer.
Well, I believe they are of
they probably
the
all
same hierarchy.
They all are.
Yeah. So if you're going through tough times and need Archangel Michael's help, there's a quick way to get it. Simply close your eyes and imagine his golden light circling around you. And he's not the coddling type, though. He uses tough love. He doesn't have time to mess around.
That's why he has a flaming sword.
Exactly. So he uses a loud and clear voice to communicate. Sometimes he may whisper, but the message is clear and the words are to the point. So ask Archangel Michael to provide you with both healing and protection as you move throughout your day. Embrace this gift wholeheartedly.
Okay, so are you finished with Archangel Michael?
Yes,
Okay.
I think that's all I've got for him.
Okay, well, Archangel Raphael is who I have next.
Okay.
Ready? Archangel Raphael is a healer. Whenever we are in emotional or physical pain, he always comes to rescue to make matters right. He works with medical professionals to deliver even more through their hands and works to ensure that the sick are treated well. He is also known as the patron saint of travel. He protects pilgrims as they journey to foreign lands and is comfort to those that need it. He is represented by the color green, which you probably have already, and is seen holding a staff. Archangel Raphael is a multi-dimensional archangel, and his life-changing powers are a blessing to everyone who asks for his help. Today, the famous book Archangel's Son by Nalin Singh features the Archangel Raphael.
Cool. So his title is Angel of Healing and Wellness, and he is one of the virtues. He has a broad range of influence that promotes overall health, healing journey, healing miracles, youthfulness, and the joy of living. He's also a guide to spiritual seekers, aiding in intuition development and clairvoyance. Many spiritual practitioners call upon Raphael to enhance their healing practices like Reiki. And because he has the ability to heal directly, many people pray to Raphael to touch the areas that they need healed. Not sure if your prayers to Archangel Raphael are working? Look for these signs of seeing sparks of green light, feeling tingling vibrations, seeing angel numbers, and hearing whispers.
Interesting. Next on the list is Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel is the light in the darkness that reveals the truth. His liberating and powerful essence encourages people to be themselves and see situations for what they are rather than how they can be improved. With his energy, he can free people from manipulation and the negative effects of fantasy. His divine wisdom removes the effects of illusions and highlights the good that come from being honest and open. Archangel Ariel wants everyone to be the best version of themselves, and so he offers support in that regard. He is known for delivering prophetic visions and warnings to those that are in need.
Okay, so he is also the angel of art and wisdom, and he is one of the cherubim and also one of the principalities. And red light is his color, or their color. They are both a feminine and masculine angel. So you can ask Archangel Uriel for help during meditation because this angel helps you get to know your thoughts and increase mindfulness. Creative inspirations can come from Archangel Uriel as well. So if you're feeling, unmotivated or uninspired, Uriel can help you get out of a funk. And putting your fear aside and being spontaneous is a good step first.
You done?
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Archangel Metatron. In Jewish scriptures, the Archangel Metatron is connected to empowerment and can cleanse negative energy from one's spirit. He's definitely one you want to call on. Whenever we are feeling low vibrations or out of sorts, we can call upon Archangel Metatron to assist us. Archangel Metatron is the archangel who kept note of all the choices that were made in the physical realm and in heaven. This is known as the Akashic Record, which we've all heard of that. We should do an episode on the Akashic Record, Kim. What do you think?
We should, but that's also known as, I agree, that's also known as the Book of Life.
Yes. So we should definitely do an episode on that. Through his position as the keeper of records, he has extensive knowledge of the power of thought and action. And Kim, what do you have?
I have that he's known as the celestial scribe. He's one of the seraphim, so he's one of the top hierarchy of the angels. And there's flashes or swirls of light or colorful aura that appear with him, and violet spiritual energy and earthly red energy flow in there. He may also be displayed in rays of white, green, or deep pink when he is around. Now, I found it funny that he is lots of times depicted as a transformer. And this might seem a bit strange, but not really when you think about what he can help us with by transforming our mindset. We can transform ourselves. And I also found that he acts as a patron angel of children. And this mission is to assist the earth's children as they grow into adults. He watches over all the children on earth and in heaven or in spirit realms. And that he is also the master of, wait for it, left brain coming in, numerology and geometry.
Sacred geometry. Yes.
Yeah.
And boy, do we get those a lot. But you know what else is kind of cool about him is he is one of the two archangels that actually were living beings.
Yes, that walked on the earth.
Right.
Exactly.
So Metatron in biblical standards would have been Enoch. And his twin brother is another archangel called Sandalphon, which we will touch on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so yeah, he was one of the two that actually were living beings and not just archangels.
You can recap or revisit the story of your connection with Metatron.
Yes, I was doing automatic writing and meditating.
Automatic writing, yeah.
Yeah, and it was my first real experience trying to do it, and I got Metatron. I wrote it down, didn't know what the heck that was, and different things. And I'm like, I gotta Google this. I don't know what this Metatron is about. And then there he was. I'm like, oh my gosh, this made perfect sense. It was like, all right, there we go. But yeah, so it was pretty interesting. It was just a really, I guess it was really pushing me into, because, we mentioned before in the previous episode how the angels at Mom's bedside, I'm sure, I hope the viewers aren't tired of hearing that, but the four angels that were present with her. And then we have Metatron that comes to an automatic writing. I don't know how clear it should be for me that I need to be doing angel work as a light worker.
Yeah.
And then we get angel numbers all the time. Kim and I were joking beforehand. I was looking at we have a Google page for our podcast, and the memory was at 777. And so it's like the memory has 15, but we're at 777. What is that, Kim? Gigawatts, whatever. What is it? Left brain. What is it, left brain?
Gigabytes.
Thank you. So we're
gigabytes.
We're at 77. You can tell who's not the left brain in the family. So we're at 777 gigabytes. So I take a picture of it. And I sent it to Kim, and Kim's like, oh my gosh, I have to move stuff out of there. The memory's getting full. And I'm like, no, look at the number. Just like, no, left brain. Look at the number. It's 777.
And then I saw it.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And she saw it. And she quit panicking about moving things. But and that's just how it happens. I've been seeing 555 lately a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been getting 333. And 1234. But that's another episode.
That is another episode. So do you have anything else to add for Metatron?
No, I think that's all I've got for Metatron.
Okay, next we have Archangel Chamuel. And you'll notice, and throw this out there, that we are listing, like Kim had said, the list could go on and on and on angels. It's, one research, you get the 7 basic that are part of Catholicism. And then there's another list that tells you the top 12. And then and I'm not sure how you make the top 12 list as a archangel. I'm not sure how that happens. And then there's another list that has 16. And there's another list that's got what? How many, Kim?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Something in the
7,
20s.
10.
Yeah, I mean,
7,
so
12. Yeah.
So I do want to
21.
preface that if you do research on this, you're going to get either less or more than what we're telling you. But we're kind of going with what we feel are the ones that probably would work with you the most. Don't you think, Kim?
Yeah. And depending on what you need them for. But, as we've mentioned before, if you don't know who you need, you could just ask for whoever is out there that is in charge of this or that can help me with this. Please help me with this. So
right, yes, like we, yes,
that's always your backup plan.
Yeah, that's a no-fail plan right there. Okay, so Archangel Chamuel presides over the feelings of love and relationships, can strengthen bonds and intensify the love that is felt between two people. He is also related to the heart chakra and can activate it with his powers. The name Chamuel means he who seeks God or he who sees God. It comes from the Hebrew word which means comfort and compassion. He is the embodiment of God's love and will do what it takes to spread it around the world. Archangel Chamuel is symbolized by pink ray, which represents love and peace, alongside the color green, pink, and also connected to the heart chakra. The unconditional love and devotion of Chamuel has for mankind can be felt whenever we call upon him.
Okay, he's also known as the angel of peace, serenity, and devotion. Chamuel uses his divine powers to help people foster peace with themselves, and with others by helping them approach their problems with love and compassion. It is Archangel Chamuel that can help with so many different issues, one of the most important being relationships with oneself. So finding peace within ourselves is so key in finding confidence that allows us to develop like new friendships or get along better with colleagues. So Chamuel helps people build confidence, self-esteem, and more importantly, that I tend to need and struggle with is self-forgiveness.
Why?
What?
Why do you have trouble with that?
Why do I have trouble with that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think self-forgiveness is something that I have struggled with for years, well, decades, really. Sometimes I find it very difficult to say, it's okay that you messed up. Let it go. Things didn't die. You didn't destroy the world. It's okay, It's just something I have struggled with. I'm getting better at it, but...
Do you think that part of that was linked to prior to your spiritual journey, how ego likes to talk poorly to us?
Oh, well, definitely. I mean, that goes along with the low self-esteem. When ego is talking so badly to you in your head, in your heart, and you start believing it and repeating it yourself, and things happen in your life that are bad in your mind, or that are bad in life, or you think they're bad and they're not really to anybody else, just you have to be able to say to yourself, it's okay. Forgive yourself for doing whatever it was you did, whether you said something bad about somebody or thought something bad about somebody. You have to be able to forgive yourself for that and move on. And I think it is all tied to the initial ego thing, and then learning to quiet down the ego, build up your self-esteem, and forgive yourself. Because you do make bad choices in life.
Well, yeah, because we have
They're your
free will.
choices.
Yes.
But you have to be able to but you have to be able to forgive yourself for that.
Absolutely. And I do think that I mean, and I'm saying you like all of us, you, not you.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that when you start your spiritual journey, you start to identify that behavior and you start to try to heal those wounds with your meditation and your path. And it's great that you can call on someone like Archangel Chamuel to help with your heart chakra. Because, I mean, if you're having bad conversations with yourself, your heart chakra is closed off. Because it's constantly being barraged with low vibration, negativity, everything like that. So it's nice to be able to call on Chamuel to come and help with that.
Right. Because, in all honesty, how many of us out there are willing to truly disclose what we're feeling, how we're thinking? If we blame ourselves for things deep inside, are we really open enough with people in our lives to tell them all?
No,
and what better way to actually tell all is to someone that comes from love and doesn't judge you.
I agree. Exactly. I think that when we get into the habit of ego talking to us, it's very difficult to get out of that habit. And it takes work, and handing it over to Chamuel and letting it go. That's the hard part. Let it go, and identifying any conversation that is happening to yourself within yourself that is negative is not spirit. So if you find yourself getting into that, of course, that's where that grounding and mindfulness can come into play. But I mean, those are things you don't learn until you start your spiritual journey. And that leaves you with a lot of habits to break, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. But it's okay. And it's okay not to be hard on yourself if you're having trouble breaking those habits. And it's okay to call on an archangel. And if you can't remember, Chamuel's name, again, whoever's in charge of this, please come help me. Because you don't have to go through that. There is help. If you're having problems, you've tried meditating, you've tried Reiki, and tried different things, and you're having trouble with your heart chakra, okay, well, reach out to an angel. The worst thing that can happen is what? Your chakra gets open, you're good. Sometimes we keep our chakras closed, and that's the worst thing that could happen is we ourselves are keeping our chakras closed because we're not willing to move on from the hurt. We're not willing to identify the hurt, release it, let go of it, move on.
Right.
Where,
Right.
Shamuel could help with that. And is it going to be a light switch moment? Probably not. It's going to be a process because you have to work through things. But he's going to put you on that path to get you to work through things.
Yep.
We have Archangel Jophiel. The angel of beauty helps us to see the magnificence in all things around us. The meaning of Archangel Jophiel is beauty of God. She adds a certain sparkle and wonder to everything around her. Whenever we notice beautiful scenery or captivated by someone's physical qualities, we are probably appreciating some of Archangel Jophiel's work. She's an excellent problem solver and lends a hand whenever we need support. Jophiel also likes to help us to be more grateful. As many of us can take life for granted, she shows us the goodness that lies in everything around us so that we may continue to celebrate. Archangel Jophiel is inspiring, and through her, we develop better habits and healthy mindsets. The positivity that she brings is indisputable, and her energy is enriching. Her charming light is a gift to us all, and a wonder to the world.
Okay. I also found that she also was over creativity, clarity, and insight, and that when you see her, you'll see a yellow ray of light or a golden yellow light when she's present. Now, she also has the ability to heal painful memories and help get rid of painful emotions, and this makes her an asset to all because that is so important. She can calm any chaotic situation and bring peace to your home as well. So when you're overwhelmed or having trouble organizing things, Jophiel can assist. Some people wear yellow to connect with her or light yellow candles as well. And while researching this one, I found that she helps people to manifest beauty in their lives and brings creative inspiration, spiritual guidance, wisdom, and even enlightenment, as you mentioned. And she tends to help you with your creative ideas and being able to express yourself. And crystals that can support connecting with Jophiel are citrine, yellow calcite, smoky quartz, and rutilated quartz.
Finally, a word you can't pronounce that I can. Finally, yes.
Rutilated.
This is my moment.
Rutilated quartz.
This is my moment.
Yay.
Yay. Sorry, Kim. Like, yes.
That's all right.
After the last episode,
So,
I couldn't say that word for nothing.
Principalities.
Yes, thank you for bringing it up. Oh, it still hurts.
Also, I'm so sorry. So also selenite, celestite, apophyllite, crystal quartz can also help empower your connection with Jophiel.
Well, I happen to have some of those on hand. May have to try that.
Yes, you do.
I'm going to be working on some projects over the weekend. I mean, me and Jophiel may have to connect. And I have a yellow candle. Ooh, this is getting good.
Yeah.
I'll let you know how that turns out.
Yeah, I just thought that crystal part was really interesting. The crystals that you could use to help you connect to her.
Shoot, I've got selenite all over the house.
Yes, you do.
Even places Dad doesn't know it's there.
What he doesn't know doesn't hurt him.
Pretty much. It's just one of my rocks. That's what he tells people. Oh, that's just one of our rocks. Okay, so I have next on the list Archangel Zadkiel. And I'm sure that could be spoken in many different ways. Zadkiel. And this archangel is the Archangel of Righteousness. Is virtuous and has a heart of gold. He enforces justice and ensures that we are following the divine laws that are set by God. He takes a balanced approach to dealing with problems and makes sure that life is harmonious for all. He is a forgiving archangel and can see right through wrong. Zadkiel also can sense when someone is a good person and can help them to release guilt that they may be carrying from their mistakes. He is merciful and encourages people to turn to the divine or God when they are looking for forgiveness. Archangel Zadkiel is also connected to Holy Amethyst, which is the twin flame. Together they are archangels in the seventh ray of the violet flame in spiritual alchemy. They turn negative experiences into love and encourage us to take ownership of our own choices and connect our course in life. Kim, we're going to have to do an episode on twin flames. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So he is also the angel of surrender, and letting go is easy. You can let go of things, but surrendering is something that is hard to do. But it is much easier with the help of Archangel Zadkiel. He is also the angel of mercy. So even when we struggle and make mistakes, he is always there for support. So when we need the forgiveness and mercy, he gives us the strength we need to reject a bad life choice and embrace positivity and well-being. We are released from guilt and sadness, forgiving ourselves for things we may have done. So he's another one that you can really draw upon for that inner forgiveness and such.
Absolutely.
Right? He also gives us the strength to forgive those who may have hurt us. So in order to live that positive life, we must be able to put things behind us and focus on the future. Give up those negative thoughts and resentments and be compassionate to others and yourself. So he also can help you give up and release those bad habits, the negative thoughts, the negative energy, the negative things, the negative habits that you have.
He's a very busy archangel.
Yeah. He can also teach you to be more gentle with yourself and others. So I found him to be a very compassionate one.
Yes, sounds like it. And if you're going through a rough part of your life, he's definitely someone you'd want to call on.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Our next archangel is Azrael. And now Azrael's nickname is the Angel of Death. And he is described as a sibling of Lucifer according to Holy Scriptures. However, this is not a negative aspect, as his connection to death is to help those that are grieving. When we lose someone, it's Archangel Azrael who envelops us in warm and loving energy. So if you are a psychic who does a lot of grief work, this would probably be the angel you're communicating with, even if you're not aware of it. That this is more than likely who you are dealing with, along with your spirit guides. Azrael helps us to move on from our pain and pay homage to those that have departed the physical world. Instead of keeping our emotions tucked away, he helps us to deal with what we are feeling. He acts as confident and helps us to find strength in times of weakness. He helps us to the transition smoothly through the 7 stages of grief, which are shock, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, testing, and then acceptance. He also helps the departed to cross over to the other side and move away from earth into the spiritual realm.
Okay, I found that his color is vanilla or creamy white, like the color of ice cream.
When I read that made me hungry.
Right?
Like, oh, ice cream, vanilla ice cream.
Now, he does bring universal healing energy, love, and comfort to those who are grieving, as you said. And he coordinates and assigns angels to help in and are to step in and help, and forwards them to assist those struggling to understand and cope with the death of loved ones. So he will bring peace and love, and he assists and works with like hospice workers, nurses, clergy, and others that help to prepare the dying while they are still alive in the human world. It is very important to remember, though, that he does not bring death. He only helps those who have met such a fate and to transition on out of their body into the spiritual realm. So I was thinking that maybe he was the one that sent the 4 angels.
Possibly. Yeah, and that's the first time someone that close to us has passed. So, at this stage of our development, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's a common thing or not, but thank you though for sending those 4 angels. Right. Thank you. Okay. So our next one I have is Archangel Raguel. Archangel Raguel is the Archangel of Peace and Harmony. His name translates to Friend of God, and he is fair and just in his ways. His role is to keep fallen angels in their place and make sure they do not cross any lines. He also destroys wicked spirits and casts them into hell. He is also the preparer of miracles and can help us to attract spiritual friendships. These relationships will offer us more support, love, and understanding than we've ever experienced before. He also helps us to heal any relationships with friends and helps us to move on from people that do not serve us. Archangel Raguel is a leader of a group of angels called principalities, which we talked about in the previous episode. They come together to help people turn to spiritual practices such as prayer and meditation to connect them to God or the divine. His vibration is closely connected to Archangel Salafiel, who is the patron saint of prayer.
He is, as you said, the angel of harmony, but also justice. His color is blue, sky blue, or turquoise aura. When you need help overcoming a conflict, that's who you call upon is Raguel for help. His role is to make peace and to provide strength and balance on earth. He can help you find peace and harmony within yourself, and he's all about living with integrity and high moral standards. So when receiving help from Raguel, you feel supported, calm, and friendly. He provides strength and boosts energy, and he works through the throat chakra to open our communication, which I thought was really interesting. Now with this archangel, I also found that working with blue crystals such as aquamarine, turquoise, or any other blue stones will enhance the experience of communicating with Raguel.
Next on our list is Archangel Barachiel. Barachiel is the Archangel of Blessings, and this angel is also the chief of all the guardian angels. Barachiel translates to God's blessings. He is honored as one of the angelic princes in heaven. His job is to deliver God's blessings to people. Whenever someone prays to God or the divine, he intercepts the prayer and displays it before God to ensure that it reaches him. He also sends God or the divine messages to those who have prayed and gives them the good fortune that they have been asking for. He is connected with rose petals, and it is said that if they are found scattered in random places, it's a sign that Barachiel was nearby. In religious and spiritual images, he can be seen showering these petals upon people, or he is holding a white rose to represent the blessing that he shares.
Okay, and I show that the color which represents healing and prosperity is green, and he is the chief of all the guardian angels. So when people ask for blessings, as you said, in all areas of their lives, from relationships with family and friends to work, they ask for him to help in achieving success in their pursuits. And he helps deliver a blessing through one of our personal guardian angels. That's how you'll get your message from him, is through one of your personal guardian angels. That's all I have on him.
Archangel Gabriel is the strength of God, the communicator of God in multiple ways like writing, art, music, verbal expression, emotional expression. Her ultimate gift is to pass messages from God.
So I found that he's also the angel of messages and military.
Okay,
He's
I
one of the
called it. I
cherubim.
called Gabriel a her, and you're calling Gabriel a him. That's funny. Sorry.
Okay.
I think Gabriel comes across as he, she kind of thing, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they. Okay.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny.
So the color that it is. So the color that represents Gabriel is the color white with shades of yellow to gold. Gabriel's most well known of all the archangels. He's the one that in the Bible reached out to Mary, the mother of Jesus, to let her know that she would be expecting. And 2,000 years later, he's still assisting humans. He's been tasked with delivering the important messages, as you said, including prophecies and announcements of miraculous events. This archangel is also the archangel of revelation. It is Gabriel who brings clarity and understanding to those who are confused and don't know which way to turn. He is connected to new beginnings, especially with communication. So if you're in need of a fresh start, offering up a prayer to Gabriel could help you greatly. You can ask Gabriel to purify your heart and soul. It's not what you say that matters as much as the intention behind it. So that's what I found as far as Gabriel.
Very good. Archangel Ariel is next, the lioness of God. She is known for being the guardian healer of animals. She inspires growth and encourages people to live to their full potential, and you call on her when you need courage and confidence.
She is very fierce and has a protective nature. She serves as the archangel of the natural world. She is a healer that exists to protect and care for plants and animals. She's also linked to the number 4 in numerology. The number 4 has the energy of stability and support, and she controls all 4 elements of earth, wind, water, and fire. It reminds us to be responsible for our actions and the consequences of what we do in the earth, in the world around us. The color of pale pink and also the rainbow are associated with Archangel Ariel. The embodiment of magic and manifestation can help bring all of your desires to fruition. One way to connect to Ariel is to use natural essential oils. Now, I found that Palo Santo, sage, and lavender are 3 of the most powerful oils to use for healing in connection with the Archangel Ariel.
Very nice. Very cool. I happen to have those. Those are in the cabinet. Okay. Archangel Haniel, grace of God, empowers spiritual practitioners with the gift of heightened intuition. She is known for guiding those who seek to develop their psychic abilities, spiritual talents, and healing arts. That's our person right there.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, Kim, you're going to tell us how that's going to work with our psychic abilities.
Maybe. I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
So we'll see what I've got in my notes. I don't know. Feeling pressure now.
No pressure. Pressure.
I also have that she's the angel of joy, and turquoise is the color associated with her, turquoise ray of light. So she is also the archangel of both Venus and the moon. She helps us strengthen our intuition and connection with self and source. She brings back a sense of harmony and balance to our lives through gentle nudges to reconnect with our core itself.
I think I bumped into her. A time or two. Usually does.
This makes sense, being that the lunar cycle is responsible for release, realignment, and remembering. So if you find yourself in a place where you need to find yourself again, Archangel Haniel is definitely the one to call on. And this can be done through prayer, and there's other things. You can do your research and find out ways that you can connect with her and have her help you with your intuition and bring joy back into your life.
So she probably works with our spirit guides a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. Next, we have Archangel Jeremiel, which is mercy of God. The angel of hope, he is one of the archangels who help people pass over to the spiritual realm. He helps souls review their life on earth and helps people learn from their mistakes. He can also boost our prophetic dreams and visions, helping people see what they cannot in their waking life. Kim, this is your archangel right here. Let me introduce you to Jeremiel. Am I wrong?
I've got so much for Jeremiel. Yes. No, you are not wrong. That's exactly what I thought when I researched this one. I was like, oh, there you are.
That's who I need for all my crazy dreams.
Yes, definitely. Now, the colors associated with Archangel Jeremiel is orange and violet rays. Orange is the purging of lower energies, and violet can clear and transmute. So letting go of past hurt and resentment can be a tall order for everyone. As the Archangel of Forgiveness and Mercy, Jeremiel can assist with this task while helping you gain a positive perspective as you shed hurt that is holding you back. Now, this is true for even the most painful of situations. Jeremiel mainly communicates through symbols, mental movies, and through visions and dreams.
Mental movies.
Right? I have mental movies all the time. I should pay attention
Yes.
to them some more.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. So he is helpful in assisting us with developing clairvoyance, like you said, in the prophetic dreams, and sorting through past memories to review your life and resolve to make changes which will impact your future in a positive way. Helpful in healing emotions by helping you see patterns in your life which have led to your current emotional state. Now, he supports us with visions, psychic abilities and clairvoyance, prophecy and claircognizance, spiritual gifts, mental clarity, memories, and life reflection. Now, the life review work that Jeremiel does with souls, he does that with souls that have crossed over. He and the angels act as guides who step forward and send blessings, assist and support the souls of the newly deceased as they travel from the body on earth to the spiritual realm. This is an essential step in the soul journey in order to heal, gain insight, and recover from life in the physical and prepare for whatever is next in our soul journey.
And this is where we get ghosts versus spirits, where people that are afraid to move on.
Agreed.
Because they don't want to do the life review, or they're afraid of where they're going. And so that's where our ghosts come from. Not from the archangel, but from those that are transitioning, that are not confident in where they're going in the process.
Right. They're confused. They're not sure.
Or they're afraid they're going south, or whatever you want to call it.
Elsewhere. Yeah.
Very interesting. Now, Archangel Raziel is secrets of God. He heightens our faith and belief in God and the divine and spirits. He encourages us to strengthen our bonds to the spiritual realm, especially in God and the archangels.
He is one of the most intriguing ones I found because he is the keeper of the secrets of the universe. And he helps us by revealing holy secrets when they're needed. Now, ancient texts consider him an angel of divine wisdom since he is said to hear, like you said, all that God says. If you need help remembering something or making an important decision, Raziel is the archangel to call upon. So you invite Raziel to connect with you when you need deeper guidance with your spiritual path, in need of a creative spark, or searching for information or divine magic. Raziel can break down barriers to get you onto the right path and enhancing your psychic abilities. Raziel provides openness and clarity to help you find your true purpose and path in life. And Raziel can also unlock the doors to the laws of the universe, spirituality, or knowledge in general.
I just have to point this out, that There's so much at our disposal. And that one research I came across when we were talking about angels in general with the hierarchy said that you shouldn't call on the archangels. I think that came from a more of a biblical page. Because why
Mm-hmm.
would you want to restrain you from communicating with all these wonderful archangels that have specific tasks to help you?
Right. And I'm sure they have other angels as well that can assist you
Oh,
too.
absolutely. Yeah. If I can call on someone who can help me on my spiritual path or help me with my grieving process or making sure I'm on the right path, why wouldn't I want to do that?
Right.
It's
Right.
just where there's just so much out there that people don't understand, I think, about angels.
Mm-hmm.
I give the impression that Carrie's not all up on established religion, and I'm not, and I don't hide that. But spirituality is a different thing than religion.
Right.
Religion, you have man interpreting things, and whenever you have man involved, you're going to come up with some corrupt stuff.
Well,
That's why.
there's more ego involved when you're dealing with man.
Exactly. Yes. And that's why it's best to, when you do your research, and if you're researching angels, go with what resonates with you. We're giving you a portion of a list that can go on forever. The more that you
Right.
delve into it, it became Alice in Wonderland going down this hole. But there's so many archangels that are there just to help, and that's their job. That's what they want to do. And if you can't remember the name or some people don't Google. I don't understand that. I have people that reach out to me and they ask me a question, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to Google it and I'm going to send you the screenshot. But okay, you know, you have to go with what resonates with you and
Right.
where you're at on your spiritual path. Where I'm at on my path may not necessarily be where Kim's at on her path. And that's
No, we know
okay.
that.
Well,
We all know
but
that.
there's no right and wrong in it.
Right.
It's just it's not a marathon. So we're just going at the pace that we feel we need to go for each other's development. So I'm just saying that yes, there's a lot of players and a lot of names, and if you're not sure, you could Google who's the archangel that takes care of this, or you can just meditate and ask, whatever angel's involved in this, this is what I need, like we talked about on the last episode. So I just want to throw that out there. Don't let all the names and the players confuse you and like, oh, I don't remember which one did they say did this. That's
Right.
not as important as just reaching out and just saying, you know who you are. You know what I need. Here we go. Come in and help me.
Exactly.
So I'm sorry, I went on a tangent. Yeah.
Well, I have Archangel Sandalphon next, which I found was the angel of unborn children and the twin brother of Metatron. Now, unlike most of the archangels, Sandalphon was once a human just as Metatron was. And this human experience allows him to help ground us into our spiritual practice and tap into the divine source that carries our prayers, wishes, desires straight to the source. You can call upon him when you need guidance or confirmations on manifesting your goals. He is known as the Tall One because of stature, but is even more famous for his ability to bring mental and emotional healing through music. Now, Archangel Sandalphon has two other equally important roles. He carries messages to God, or higher source, and he also protects unborn children. According to Jewish scripture, that's where some of this is coming from, it is he who decides whether or not a child will be a boy or a girl at the time of conception. He also has the duty of returning to heaven the souls of any children who cannot be born. And women who are pregnant often pray to Archangel Sandalphon for protection for themselves and their unborn babies. Adding music to the prayer or singing songs is another way to connect with them. He is known to have a strong and grounded energy. It's copper and gold tones mixed with blue or magenta, aqua, or even red tones are his colors.
I wear a lot of copper.
Yes, you do.
A lot of copper.
Is there anything else you'd like to add to Sandalphon?
Well, the only thing, because you covered so much, which of course was wonderful, he just represents our connection to both earth and heaven.
Mm-hmm. So our next archangel is Sabriel. This one is Angel of Miracles. I found that the crystals that you could use to communicate or connect with this angel are the bloodstone and geranium. Sabriel is one of the virtues. He brings wonders and revelations into your life. You can sense his presence in your life when you are faced more often with supernatural revelations, just like Angel Ariel. He fills your normal and boring life with bigger or smaller surprises to astonish and amuse you. We all need miracles in our lives, but this beautiful angel has the ability to bring that hint of wonder into our boring human lives. I found this so fascinating. And Archangel Sabriel is also the angel of impossible healing. Therefore, he has the ability to cure even the hopeless. He brings a powerful healing energy to the ill, and he heals any illness. Sabriel is the bringer of miraculous healing. He holds the divine cure and medicine. Pray for his guidance, and Sabriel brings that cure into your life. Now, he brings that if it is not your time. If your contract is up and you need to transition, if you have served your life contract, that miracle is not going to happen. I mean, let's just be honest with that. When it is your time, it is your time. But I hate to say that, but
all I have going off in my head is check, please.
Yeah.
Check, please. You're done. Check, please. Let's go back to the Archangel of Death now.
Yeah. But does that make sense, though? I mean, if it is your soul's contract, it's your soul's contract.
Yes.
And any miraculous prayers for miracles is not going to happen.
Well, I mean, and you have to understand that if this is what's supposed to be, now you could still pray because you don't know. Right. You can still ask that archangel to help. But if that doesn't happen, then you have to understand it wasn't supposed to happen.
Right. Now, it could be...
That doesn't...
It could be that in your life contract, your choice in life, that life is to either pray for this cure, this miracle, or not. And so it doesn't hurt to pray for that miracle, just in case that is your contract to do so. Does that make sense?
So you're hedging your bet?
Yes, you're hedging your bet. Make the prayer.
Couldn't hurt.
Ask for it.
That's my philosophy on a lot of things. Yes. Couldn't hurt. Let's do it. Let's try it. Worst case scenario, I get told no. And I get told no a lot. But let's still try it.
Yeah. But I like focusing on the little miracles and a life of astonishments and amusements that he brings into everyday life. I like that.
You have to wonder, though, how much of that he does that people just don't notice.
Well,
little miracles and little,
There's so many people too busy in their everyday lives to stop and notice those things.
Yep.
All right, so I think the last one we're going to be focusing on at this time is Archangel Muriel. Now, Archangel Muriel is the angel of peace and harmony and helps all who call upon her, especially those who are empathic or struggling with emotions. She also assists individuals who are ready to open up intuitively. Although her name translates to the perfume of God, Archangel Muriel is best linked to psychic abilities and emotions. She promotes using one's own intuition to usher in peace and create a harmonious life. She will work with you to awaken your spiritual light and clairsentience, which is psychic feelings. You will learn to trust the wisdom of your heart and the intuition guidance of your soul. This brings increased passion and certainty to action and move you in the direction of your dreams and that authentic purpose of your life. Muriel is helpful assisting with gardening, healing pets, or grounding the healing energy of unconditional love, peace, and harmony into your life and physical being. Now, Muriel helps us with developing psychic abilities, calming anxiety and negative emotions, and protecting one from negative energy. Because she is the patron of empaths, try to stay connected to Archangel Muriel. One way to do this is through the use of crystals of obsidian, smoky quartz, and hematite. Amethyst is also an option. Or all of the above.
I have them all. I have them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a problem.
I wanted to cover her for the psychic abilities and the
Definitely.
empaths. A lot of us are empaths, yeah.
And if you're just discovering that you're an empath, you should go ahead and reach out in meditation to this archangel to help you deal with all the different emotions that you're feeling as you're trying to figure out what's mine, what's not mine.
I agree. I wish I would have known about this archangel at the very beginning of my journey. I think it would have made a whole lot of sense,
You probably had this archangel going, listen to me. Why aren't you listening to me? I'm telling you what to do. Left brain, stop it.
The board hitting me in the head. Remember, it's her.
Yes. She's getting tired, Kim.
She is. Wake up, woman.
Do you have anything else to add?
No, I think that's all archangels that I had done any research on. Now you can reach out to them through meditation, being mindful and meditating, letting go of your negative emotions when they appear. Just practice being gentle to yourself,
I think that's a biggie right there, is just practicing being gentle to yourself, because especially if you got most of yourself in the closet and barely out of that psychic closet, you're pretty tough on yourself. You're dealing with the fears, the what ifs. What do people going to think? What if I get it wrong? What if I'm not psychic? What ifs? And you're stuck in your development because you're not letting go and trusting. And, so calling on an archangel like this that could assist you and facilitate you in your growth and take away that anxiety. I mean, who wouldn't want that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So did you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, the last thing I just wanted to say is the key to invoking the help from archangels is just belief. Believe. Without that belief, you're not going to go anywhere. You have to believe in them and what they do. And you have to know that they exist to provide us unconditional love and support. And in my opinion, everyone is deserving of that. So why not?
I think that, if you're new to this, you may not believe, but you should still, if you feel the need, should ask. Because therefore you will definitely believe once what you've asked for happens.
Right.
So I think that you don't have to just definitely believe, because if you're when you're new to anything, you don't believe anything 100%. So if this is new to you and it's resonating with you, that, if you're skeptic, that's human nature, that's normal, but tell ego to wait in the car and do some meditating and find the right archangel for your need at that time and meditate on that and ask for help.
Good advice.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So I think that's going to wrap up this episode of Archangels.
I think so.
Yeah.
I enjoyed doing it. What about you?
Oh, I found it very interesting. I was just really kind of got a little excited about this one. I don't say that about every episode, but this one I got excited about.
When left brain gets excited, it's a good thing.
Yeah. I dove head first in.
You're getting better at being less left-brained, so you're doing a very good job with that.
Thank you. It is a work in progress.
I know it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
Especially when what you do for your career, you have to be left-brained.
Right. Yeah.
So it's toggling a little on-off switch.
Yep. It's kind of the dimmer switch.
Yes.
Sometimes the dimmer doesn't go all the way down. Definitely goes all the way up, though.
It just sounds like there's a joke in there somewhere.
I know. It's got to be.
I'm just like, I'm not going to go there. All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Hope you enjoyed the Archangels. We had a lot of fun putting the information together. If you have any questions, comments, reach out to us on Psychic Bent Podcast on Facebook, or you can email us at.
You can email us along with any ghost, spooky, legend stories for our Halloween episode at psychicbent1@gmail.com. Please send us in some stories so we can put a show together for that episode.
I was waiting for you to do that plug. I'm like, she hasn't said anything yet. Is she going to? She's excited about it. Please send her stuff.
Send me some stories.
So quit talking to me about it. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye. May your light shine bright.
Thank you so much for listening to our podcast, Psychic Bent. If you enjoyed Psychic Bent, please like, follow, rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. We can be reached on Facebook at Psychic Bent Podcast. Our email address is psychicbent1@gmail.com. May your light shine bright.